What the hell happened to the 48ers? These German rebels were on a mission, fighting for freedom, democracy, and a unified nation. But damn, those monarchies shut them down hard. Let's dive into why these badasses had to pack their bags and GTFO. Let's rewind. The 1848 revolutions in Germany. Picture this. March 1848. Germany is on fire with uprisings, inspired by the chaos in France and beyond. The rebels were screaming for free speech and press, a government that actually represents the people. One Germany to rule them all, getting rid of all that medieval crap. Why did the revolutions flop? Well, turns out, these rebels couldn't agree on squat. Liberals, moderates, and radicals were all at each other's throats. And to make matters worse, the conservative monarchs whipped out their trump card, the military. The Frankfurt Parliament got the boot, and the dream of a German constitution went up in flames. Why did the 48ers book it? After the dust settled, a lot of rebels found themselves locked up, executed, or shunned. Others booked it out of there before things got too hot to handle. They were slapped with labels like traitors, heathens, or just plain troublemakers, especially by the church and aristocrats. Some even got accused of being Satan's BFFs, thanks to their secular, anti-clerical views. Where did they end up? Thousands of 48ers booked it too. The good old US of A, especially Texas, Missouri, Illinois, Wisconsin, France, England, Switzerland was the hot spot because it was the new kid on the block in the US. Land was dirt cheap. There were already some German-speaking folks around. What did they fight for? These rebels brought their radical ideas with them, like smashing slavery to bits. They were big on abolition, pushing for education, science, and keeping church and state separate, standing up for freethinking, secularism, and good old democracy. Their love for reason and freedom sometimes made them stick out like a sore thumb, especially in more religious parts of the US where they settled. Were they really devil worshippers? Nah, not really. But some of their writings were a big middle finger to God or the devil, think his satanic majesty, in a sarcastic tone. Their love for science and reason made them public enemy number one for the religious bigwigs. In the 1800s, if you weren't towing the religious line, you were labeled as a godless, demon-possessed heathen. Sure, some folks nowadays spin wild tales about them being devil worshippers, but back then, it was all about religious gossip, not summoning Satan. Want the lowdown on some of the big shot 48ers who set up shop in Texas and what they were all about? The 48ers were German political refugees who fled to places like Texas in the United States after the failure of the 1848 revolutions across the German states. These revolutions aimed to establish liberal,